there, Taurus fam. Welcome to Whimsy Intuitive Tarot. I'm Cam, and this is your tarot snack. Okay, so what we're talking about today is energy vampires. So, we have connections, right? All through our lives, we make connections with people. And sometimes those people are very precious to us. And, so we willingly, our soul reaches out and we forge a connection, a bond. So our energy can flow. That person flows to you and you flow into that person. And that is, it's part of a bond, part of an energetic connection. Sometimes those connections are only temporary. Sometimes those connections come in, they last a year, maybe two, a couple of months, even 20 years. And then when they have served their purpose, that person leaves your life, but the connection is still there. And if you're empathic, especially, you can be held back by that other person's emotions, right? So I held on to a connection with a person, that I had been with for years, because I didn't want him to lose anything else. I didn't want him to ever feel like I had not loved him. I loved him very much. And I was letting that energy, his connection that was no longer healthy, drag me down. And there are other people. Your third grade best friend, your old college roommate. These are important people in our lives at the time, but the wheel turns, we move on, and things change. And sometimes we need to cut those connections so they're no longer dragging on our energy, so we can be the best that we can for our new connections. And you get, if you're particularly empathic too, you also get really bogged down by these connections and they drain your cup. So we're going to look at who or what you need to know about your energy vampires. And I'm going to start with the wizards, and clarify with the Golden Art Nouveau, and then get you some monster wisdom. So let's get into it. I can also say some things about friends and family and connections you have now. They can give you the best, most well-meaning advice. And if it isn't what your intuition tells you, that advice can do harm. It can set you back. I have, connections that I'm sure that the third party, well-meaning, I no doubt, maybe not. Maybe not well-meaning, maybe, with their own ends, another person's free will got in the way, right? So make sure you don't let that happen right now, because we're in a major glow-up energy, okay? We're entering a new cycle as a collective, as humanity. Alrighty. Please remember, I cannot predict free will. I can't predict what your person's going to do. I can't predict what your kids are going to do. I can only tell you what the energy could influence, how the energy could influence these people, and yourself. And sometimes those people just don't pay attention, and they have an idea, they get in their head, they get in their ego, and they're going to blaze in the way they want to go. And so I can't do anything about that. they're, you know, not just, you know, the people close to you, not just their choices affect you. Everyone's choices affect you. So keep that in mind. Take what speaks to you, leave the rest. This is a timeless reading. You found it when you were meant to find it. I now offer a limited number of private readings per month. Email me for details. The affiliate links to the decks I use, my Amazon wish list, links to any info you need, my Facebook, are all in the description box below. There will be a link to the meditation that I used to cut my energetic cords, also in the description box below. It's super easy. I was only half paying attention. Most of the time when I'm doing something, I'm multitasking, so I'm only half paying attention, which probably is one reason why my memory is so bad. But anyway, it really works. It really works. I did it twice. I did it on New Year's Day, and I did it again about 2 weeks later. And I tell you, now that February has started, oh, I feel so much lighter. So if you feel this reading helped you, please like, share, subscribe, and set the notifications, because I do live stream. I do free private readings on, well, not private, personal readings on the live streams. Not little readings either, in-depth readings. And the slots go fast, so you want to be notified when that happens. Alrighty, let's see. Let's see who Spirit says your energy vampire is, or what you need to know about your energy vampire. Spirit, can I have a card for my Taurus, please? Thank you. 8 of Wands. Yeah, something wants to come in. The Wheel of Fortune. Something new wants to come in, right? Something wants to bless you. Something wants to speak to your soul. Speak to your mind. Some kind of fire and inspiration and intuition wants to come in. Wants to come in. It's coming in. You got to be strong enough to receive it, right? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, doubt. Justice. 5 of Wands. The Hierophant. The Chariot. Yeah, things are moving. Hope. Yeah. Things want to move. But they're getting this. See this? Even this looks like. See these wizards here? The 5 of Wands is kind of like a, I don't know, I always liken it to a drunken brawl at a tailgate party or something like that. Not that I've ever been to a tailgate party. A brawl in the Waffle House parking lot. Friends having a disagreement and, having trouble working together. I think, but look at it. See these connections in here? See these connections? Right? Think of it as Harry Potter and Lord Voldemort, and they have an energetic connection, right? And until they break that energetic connection, Harry can't get free. Yeah? Now, not all of them are going to be evil people. Some of them are perfectly fine people. They're just not your people anymore. Yeah, and something's waiting to come in that you've been waiting on. Some kind of a blessing from all the work you've done and are still doing to level up. And you're starting to doubt it. Maybe it doesn't feel like it's moving. But, it's moving. It's moving and it's time. Wheel of Fortune means things are changing. It is time. The universe is about to, change the direction of your path. You've got a curve, right? Just don't mistake it for a fork. And that is where your well-meaning advice from friends and family and connections comes in. You got to listen to your intuition. Intuition, Wands. Okay, intuition can also be cups, but in my book, it's Wands. That's spirit getting through your skull, getting through your ego, and motivating you. Okay? All right, let's clarify. 8 of Wands, please. 8 of Wands. 7 of Cups. Yeah. And, ooh, justice. We had justice right here. Justice don't come out as, I'm going to quote another reader here and this makes me laugh every time I hear it. Justice is major arcana. It's big, important things happening. Spirit and energy is driving this. This isn't your everyday choices. This is big. And so one of my favorite readers likes to say, justice don't come out for a bang in a bar parking lot. This is big stuff. Six of Wands victory. Nice. Okay, so let's look what's behind the Six of Wands. Ace of Pentacles, abundance. King of Pentacles, outwardly sharing abundance perhaps, or not being afraid to sit in your abundance. The Seven of Pentacles that came out for Aries, that's, waiting on your crops, waiting for your melons to get ripe, yeah? And maybe you've been a little bored, and, there's a new soulmate, or, well, soulmates are never new, right? So there's a soulmate waiting to come into your life. The three, maybe you had a heartbreak, but the fact that this Three of Swords is coming up, it means that you're about to get over it, because, yeah, there was the Tower. There's the Tower behind the heartache. But towers, they suck. They really suck most of the time. They're major course corrections on your path. So maybe there was a tower and your heart got broken and you feel like nothing's happening and you can't get past it. Well, there's a person possibly attached to that tower, so now we have to cut it. We have to cut the cord. Right? So we can be, outwardly abundant, which means we can share it, our abundance. And that doesn't mean necessarily physical things, right? But it means affecting the physical world. If this were a queen, it would be your own physical world. It would be going inward and keeping within a small circle. But a king is out in the world, yeah? Okay, so Six of Wands victory on the horizon. So maybe you feel like you've got a lot of choices here. You've got a lot of options. And you got to, look at which option is actually the one that, man, makes your dreams come true. Right? You've got 7 cups up on the shelf, and they all have different things in them. Or different people, different energetic connections. But not every one of these are supposed to go down your path with you, right? And maybe somebody else put some of these cups up on your shelf with their well-meaning advice. But your heart knows. These are cups. Your heart freaking knows, all right? Your intuition. You might have seen signs. There might be a person that you just can't cut loose. No matter how hard you try, you can't stop thinking about them. And I mean over time, 2 or 3 weeks, yeah, you're still going to be kind of in your addiction phase, right, to that person. But there's somebody that's always been there. Every time you turn around, and maybe they weren't a huge presence in your life, but there's somebody who's always around you. Those connections you can't cut, right? You have contracts, soul contracts with those people or things, but I like to more talk about people. Yeah. And the spirit and universe says it's time, okay? It's time for that thing to come in. And you need to be at your best when it does. So you're going to need to cut some cords. Cut some energy out. Stop people draining your cup that, perhaps don't help you fill your cup anymore. They're not in your life, so they're not helping you fill your cup. Yeah? But you don't have to worry about connections that are meant to be there, because those you can't sever, right? And you're not going to hurt anybody by doing this, right? You're going to wish them love and light. You're going to protect your karma, wish them love and light, and send them on their way so they aren't burdened by your energy anymore either, right? Great. All right, let's get a monster. Let's get a monster for advice. Maybe someday I will find an oracle deck I like as much as this one, but I haven't yet. All right. Advice for Taurus on cutting energetic cords that no longer serve them, please. Advice, advice, advice. Give us a monster, give us a monster. Be a good monster and I'll make you a spider goulash. Really? Well, that's those. Guard the nesting ground. Protect your space. Yeah. This is where you... this is where you grow your abundances, right? Where you sit on your eggs, right? Cutting energetic cords are going to do that. You've got a second card here, which is retract, which is, you know, maybe you need to step back, retract your energy from people. Yeah? Maybe you need to apologize to somebody. That could be too. Make a retraction, print a retraction, so to speak, if you're into newspaper, if you ever, well, I used to work in a newspaper briefly, so, briefly I was a journalist. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's see what the book says. I think we're going to go with the well, let's see. Let me look at it. I don't know which one of them I'm supposed to read. Yeah. Okay, we'll just, all right, we'll do both. Guard the nesting ground. Nesting is an important part of the creation process. Whether you shift your physical space to feel more like a home than a house, or nurture a project, idea, or dream with care until it's able to hatch and take on a life of its own, now is the time to incubate. Yeah, because we're, you know, new things are coming, man. We're starting a new timeline here. Keep your own counsel for a time. Be careful whom you share with. Hold on to your enthusiasm. Guard your treasure. Be careful who you share with. Be careful who you share energetic connections with, right? Keep to the forests of contemplation as your intentions and this new life grow strong and vital. Maybe do some shadow work. You know, a lot of people manage to get through negative, well, I won't say negative, manage to get through and process their towers, but they don't always try to get philosophical about it. Okay, that's the difference between the swords. Are you in your ego and worrying and making a mountain out of a molehill, or are you doing introspection and finding, you know, a philosophy that you can learn from your thoughts? You need to find a philosophy, right? And some people don't do that. They just shut their thoughts down because they're painful, they're scary. But if you really start looking at what makes you scared, you know, then you can move on and you know, have your personal get your personal philosophy down. Okay? Let's see. If you aren't fostering new fledgling life right now, this moment calls for discernment. Sometimes we get so hungry for connection and approval, we overshare or give away our gifts to folks who are unworthy of our intimacy. Cut those cords, kids. Fam. This is an invitation to step back and consider how you are sharing. You have to trust your soul. You have to trust the universe, your higher self, your spirit guides. You have to trust that they know what connections you need right now. Right? All right, retract. Number 15. Now is the moment to withdraw. Says again, protect. Just as the possum will play dead when threatened, so must you lay low and observe. While retracting from life is no way to live it, it will serve you for short periods of time. Yeah, go hanged man a little bit, maybe. Await inspiration for your next move. Create a gentle environment for your spirit, heart, mind, and body. Go into the deep woods of your own psyche with curiosity and wonder. Yeah, find your philosophy, okay? Figure out what you learned and, go all Aristotle on that thing. Contemplate. The right answer will arise by itself. Dare to trust and let yourself off the hook. Yeah, you don't have to feel guilty about removing these connections. Not at all. The universe will take care of those people, those things. Okay? Sorry if there's noise. I moved to the library, and the womb gremlin, the tech support, and the dog walker, their room is upstairs, right above my head, and they make a lot of noise. So, man, this is nice. See? I think you just need some encouragement, right? Everybody needs encouragement. It's nice to get encouragement. You aren't crazy. You knew these people weren't good for you. You knew these connections. You know this advice that you took to heart and really has only caused trouble, for you. You knew that these things weren't for you. Right? So you just need to get rid of them. And again, look in the description box. I will have a link to the and I call it a meditation, but really it's not. It's just it's just setting an intention. It's super easy. For the video I used to cut some energetic cords, make room for new ones, because new ones are coming and they're pretty friggin' great. Look at this. Look at that. There's your cup right there. And you know it. You're about to reach for it. Don't doubt yourself. Because those connections actually just come with doubt, right? They just complicate things. They just make things harder to pin down, So cut away the grass from around that tiny little flower, is all I'm saying. Okay, Taurus, this is your reading. I really hope this helps. Love you, bye.